You're now listening to Out the Box Radio with your host, Kendall JP.
I have a fun show planned, and it's really jam-packed, so we're about to get into it. Beforehand, I want to mention one thing, a few bullet points, actually, if you will. Those of you who are kind of like in the modeling industry, and a lot of times when you're in the modeling industry, especially in the DMV, you typically have like a standard or like a stationary type of format, if you will, when it comes to modeling what you think is normal, which is not always the case. So I wanted to kind of go over some of like the high level items, like the do's and do nots with you, that actually, some of these comments that I looked up actually come from Tyra Banks herself, from America's Next Top Model, but also some different magazines across the country. And again, just kind of the do's and don'ts of modeling. So I thought I would like to share that with you all because I read over them and I was like, you know what? That's some good stuff in here. It's mostly about photo shoots. So if you don't do a lot of shoots, then maybe these tips ain't going to help you. But I think some of these are also good for runway if you do runway as well. So I kind of want to go over some of them. The do nots first, because for me, those are like the most important. Like, I will accidentally do this before anything else. So, all right, the do nots. So do not be a no-neck monster. A no-neck monster. Don't be like Mr. Brown, ain't got no neck. Try to elongate your neck, and that's especially important for ladies. Men, not so much unless if you're going like shirtless. But if you do not elongate your neck, they can see that. I mean, they're immediately going from like your lower neck to your chin. Like, you have to elongate it because, believe it or not, even though you feel like it might be doing too much, it makes it look more normal with the lighting, and depending on what type of makeup you have on your neck as well, it'll really help show it out also. So that's mostly important. Do not be a no-neck monster. Do not pose like a hoochie. And yes, I'm going to say hoochie because I don't know how else to say it. Hoe, slut, whatever you want to call it. Just don't pose like that. Don't try to be cute. Do the right thing, for one. This one made me laugh too. Do not be a limp noodle. So what that means, I'm not talking to you guys, for women, always pose with tension in your body. So kind of like from head to toe. They always say if you feel uncomfortable, that means you're doing it right. If you look like you probably feel like you're crazy, don't worry. It probably looks really good on camera. And 9 times out of 10, it comes out looking really good on camera. So please don't be posing like a limp noodle, like you ain't got no backbone. SpongeBob. Secondly, do not play it safe and stay in the same pose. So a lot of times you might like to mix it up, which is fine depending on the type of shoot that you're doing. But a lot of times the photographer takes several photos and shots of you while you're in that one pose. They might need different angles, or their camera might be trying to, whatever you want to call it, be trying to recalibrate or fix itself up with the focus. You don't know what they're actually capturing. So the more you move around willy-nilly, sometimes, I'm saying this sometimes, they might not have captured that possibly perfect shot that you really wanted. So take your time with it. Don't do it too quick. Give them time to take your shots. The thing that I've noticed with different photographers in the area are some of them will help lead you and guide you. So some of them will actually tell you when to switch up your poses or tell you what to do. And that's kind of important, and it's a benefit if you find somebody who does that. If you don't have a professional photographer, usually they won't do that. And then you're kind of on your own. So hopefully you have enough experience to, play it safe, if you will, or be able to switch it up more like in a classy manner. So you know when to do it, let's say. Another one is just make sure if you're coming to a photo shoot that if you're a guy, for one, you're clean shaven or at least have everything shaped up. Please do that because you can definitely see it on camera. Have a clean face and please have some clean hair. Unless if you're doing like a pigsty photo shoot with you rolling around outside in the mud, don't come looking like you from the projects or from West Baltimore because we don't want to see that. So at least look cute, look good, look decent, because you don't know what's about to go down in that photo shoot or how they're about to, beat your face up with makeup. So you don't want to come looking all rough. I'll just mention a few things really quick as far as some things to practice as when you're going into modeling. Pick one of your favorite models. A lot of people will pick like Tyra Banks. Obviously that's typical, but that's not a bad thing. So pick your favorite model and study them. Like, follow them online. If they have videos on YouTube, look them up. Search them on Google. Figure out how they got into the industry and the tips and the level of success that they had from what they did in their journey. And try to kind of mirror it. Make it your own, but you can use that as some areas of opportunity and growth for yourself. So definitely study some of your favorite models. And then the last thing I'll say is please have a portfolio. Please have a portfolio. It's important when you go to any type of casting or go-see when it comes to modeling, that you have a portfolio to provide, which includes headshots, full body shots, obviously different outfits, of course, kind of in different, what do you say, clothing as well. So for women, it's usually easier. Guys are usually either suits, swimwear, it's very basic. But girls, you got anything from dresses to skirts to, who cares? Lingerie, lounge type wear, club outfits. I mean, you got a number of things. So please be prepared. It does not cost a lot to get a photographer. A decent one, depending on how many shots you take, but you can spend less than like $250 for a good portfolio and get some good shots that you will need if you want to get into the modeling industry. So please, just be prepared. That's my biggest thing, is be prepared. That was it for me. That was my little breakaway moment for just a second about modeling tips and getting in the industry. The clip we showed a bit ago, the reason I showed the real grouches of Sesame Street was because we're getting into a topic today about the Real Housewives, so I thought I would show that as well. I forgot to mention that. I don't know. I'm going to watch it when I get home on YouTube because it was funny. We do have our special guest co-host with us, Miss, if I'm saying this right, I'm going to say it all fancy, Jonee Simmons. Am I right or am I wrong all the way? I'm close. Well, we're gonna bring her over. Come on over. We're gonna let her pronounce her name herself because I don't know how to do it. I always fuck people's names up. That's what I'm known for, messing people's names up. So how would you say your name? So it's not Jonee?
It's Jonee.
Oh, it's Jonee.
It's
Okay.
Jonee.
I was trying to be
But
fancy.
My mother, whenever she talks, she says, "No, her name is Jonee." Because there's an accent over
over the E. Yeah.
I just tell people it's Jonee.
Oh, well, we're going to keep it cute on out the box. So whatever you want it to be, that's how we about to make it. Jonee. Yes, I love it. So this is Miss Simmons. She is with us. She was actually attending the interview on Monday with Live with the Crew here on Ripped Radio as well. And I've known her for a little bit of time. I've worked with her on set before, and I absolutely love her. So you're welcome. Thank you. Welcome to the studio. This is your first time being a co-host on a radio show, correct? Ever. How do you feel so far? I know you just literally put your cheeks in the seat, but how do you how do you feel?
It's cool.
Are you ready? It's
ready.
about to get crazy. You don't even know what's coming.
I don't.
You better hold down, buckle up, girl. Let them cheeks grab the seat, because you ain't going nowhere. We better get real crazy in here, y'all. You just wait on it.
Okay.
We're going to have a roundtable discussion really quick about yourself. I want people to know more about you. So tell us a little bit about your experience in the industry, entertainment as a whole, because you are multi-talented. You've done a little bit of everything. So tell us about it.
Well, not a little bit of everything.
Maybe some off-air conversations.
I did do a little bit of modeling.
Yes.
I heard your tips. I did come in on the tips. And they're really good tips. I went to, you heard of John Casablanca?
I used to be with John Casablancas.
Me too.
Yep.
I did Barbizon.
Yep.
Complete ripoff.
Yeah. There's another one, John Pilata or something like that, that I heard about, and he's like, okay, but he overcharges a lot.
Yeah. If you ask me, they are just...
It's a waste.
It's a waste.
I feel like it's a waste.
It's a waste.
It's almost like, I won't say it's a scam because they say they're helping you out and you might get some opportunities from it. But 9 times out of 10, it's all about formation and formality of it all. That's what they want to make it seem like. You're not really doing nothing with yourself.
Let me just say, on the record, Barbizon is a scam.
Ooh.
If your kids are in it, take them out immediately.
Hide your kids.
Yes, like for real.
Well, tell me about that because I never heard of it before.
Oh my gosh! So I did Barbizon when I was younger. More so for the modeling portion because when I first started out, I just wanted to model. I wasn't even thinking about acting at that point. So I went to the modeling school, and what I will say is that you will learn something. You will learn something at Barbizon. I learned the different. The European twist and all types of fancy stuff.
Okay.
So I was able to, get that. But it's extremely expensive, and they set you up for these competitions. And they make it out to be, you have an opportunity to meet all of these different agents from all over the country, and you got to pay a certain amount of money. And back then, I didn't really know, but
right,
why am I paying to
be
seen
exactly
by an agent?
Exactly.
Number one,
they should be paying you for a job opportunity,
exactly.
not the other way around.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's if you see me. So if anybody out there wants to be an actor, or I'm not really sure how the modeling world is, but if somebody is charging you to see you or represent you, run. Like fast.
Well, let me pause real quick because I want to mention something, piggyback on what you just said. On the modeling side of it, especially, this is why, I'm not trying to be rude, maybe a little disrespectful because I'm petty wop, but I don't want to be rude and mean to people because I've been in several modeling troupes before. I'm not going to lie. Like when I started, that's what I went into. When I was like 18, 19 years old, I went into these modeling troupes or groups, if you will. It's all about choreography, entertainment, the silly stuff. Yeah, it was fun, but it wasn't real modeling. Those are the biggest, in my mind, scams because most of those places, if you will, or troupes will charge you a monthly fee just to be a part of their group. They'll charge you to do fashion. They charge you as a model to do fashion shows. They'll charge you for the makeup fee, hair fee.
Really?
Even one time to wear colored contacts, they charged everyone $5.
You have got to
I'm not even playing. It got real and it got real expensive. So I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Literally after that show, I left that company. That was just one company. But I've been with 3, and all 3 have had different charges for different things. So you're right on point with that, especially in DMV. Don't pay for that kind of stuff if you want to do modeling. No. Never. There's opportunities out there. I mean, you have to look for them, but don't just go for the first door that's open. Because those are the ones that are open, the ones that got money to open the doors because they took it from your damn friends.
Exactly. Yeah, so, I did do the competition.
Yeah.
My poor mommy, I love you. I will pay you back.
Oh, years later.
Yes. She spent so much money for me to do this competition, and it was a disaster. Like, how it was set up, it was you have certain age groups and you're pitting these kids against each other, fighting for the attention of these agents, which is how it really is in the real world when it comes down to the entertainment industry. It's a competition.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And sometimes it's what it's all about. Yeah.
And you're going to be competing
against
200 other 2-year-olds. So it's like that, but it was just horrible, and I said, you know what, I'm never participating in this again. Then my baby sister came along, and she wanted to do Barbizon and talk to my mother into it against me saying, don't do it.
Okay, so you at least warned her, like,
several times. Because even in that situation, I got dragged into it. Because they do this cruise every year where they have all of the kids come on the cruise and they have all of these agents come and they have these competitions set up and it's a real cruise.
So it's like appealing. They want to drag you into it and make something seem worthwhile up front.
What I will say is this: I am a avid cruiser. I go on a cruise. I'm getting ready to go on my 7th one.
I've never been on any.
Really?
0 cruises over here. 0 cruise life. First of all, I ain't got no passport.
You don't need a passport to cruise.
Well, where? Well, Puerto Rico, maybe. I don't know where to go. I'm not good with geography, first of all, so I'll be the first one to tell you. I know where nothing is but the state I live in and then Puerto Rico, because I found out I don't need a passport for Puerto Rico.
You do. If you fly there, you would need a passport.
To go where?
If you fly anywhere outside.
Oh, I thought you meant to Puerto Rico. I said, oh, shitty titty, I got to get one because I'm going next year for my birthday.
Yeah, you're flying to Puerto Rico?
Yeah, but I need a passport for that.
Is Puerto Rico, it's not a U.S.
It's part of the U.S. territory.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, well then you should.
I sound smart. I just found this out like 2 months ago. Yeah, I was dumb. I didn't know this before. Yeah, because I was worried like, oh, I ain't got no passport yet, and I want to go somewhere. So you've been on 7.
Yeah.
This will be your 8th. Where are you going?
I'm going to Aruba.
Oh.
Curacao. Just because you asked, I can't remember.
Is it all in one? Like it's a cruise that goes to all these places at the same time? Okay,
days.
Gotcha. Oh, 8 days. 8 days. Are you okay with being on a boat that long? I feel like I would get sick.
Well, you're not on a boat for 8 whole days.
Oh yeah, because they let you off and go to these different places. Okay.
It's like 2 days.
I could do that.
There's so much to do.
I could do that.
There's so much to do.
I need to. Trust me. That's why next year is the biggest trip I've ever been on, but it's just to Puerto Rico. It's not a cruise, but we will be turning up on, I got a little house rented out on the beach.
Dope.
It's something. It's my first step into that type of, thing, if you will. I will be doing a cruise sometime.
Yes, you should.
My cheap ass though.
But
I gotta find something cheap.
Thank you for saying that, because the cruises that I've been on, for the most part, last year was my first time doing a balcony, but all of the other times it was an inside cabin,
right?
Where there's no windows,
right? Oh,
I'm never claustrophobic.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either for that. I would sleep on the deck. I sure would. Pull me a Titanic, get on the iceberg outside on the water. Just make sure you tie it up to the boat so I don't go floating off.
That's funny. But no, it's really inexpensive. Like, you could spend. I went on a cruise, like a 2-day cruise, and it was $150.
What?
Like,
let me check my account. Wait a minute.
It's not. And then your.
Don't tell me that's a Aruba one's $150, because then if it is, I'm about to buy my ticket and go with you. When you leaving, look, I'm going online right now.
It's really not expensive.
Oh, I'll have to look into it. I automatically think cruises are expensive, so that's why I haven't looked into it. That's my fault. I'm stubborn.
Now what I will say is it can get expensive because you have to pay for your alcohol.
Oh yeah, you can't bring nothing with you, right? I wish you could. You can't bring.
You actually can bring. Each adult in a cabin can bring one. 750
whole bottle,
50-milliliter bottle of wine.
Oh, girl, you had me all. She had me all excited till she said some wine.
I say something, and I know the cruise line is. I don't know who's watching, but I will put you in on a little secret. I'll put you in on a little secret too. On Amazon, they sell these things called rum runners, and they're like little packets like this, and you buy your alcohol, fill it up, clear, and you put them in your check-in bag, and if it goes through the
regular, not the carry-on, the regular.
But even with your carry-on, it's undetectable. You can't see the liquid. We got
what?
Last year.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious. It works. I tried it last year.
That is so not fair.
I had so many bottles of liquor.
Oh, no. I see.
And we got the little resealable wine thing.
Oh, my gosh.
Those empty bottles of wine.
See.
I ain't paid.
You was turned.
Yes, didn't pay for
your
alcohol.
suitcase was drunk. You know what? Let me tell you something. There's a reason why God brings people together, and this might be the reason why we were put together. Because I need to talk to you after the show. I'm so mad I bought this tequila out in Miami. I don't know what the hell it was. I just know it had me on both cheeks. All the way on the ground, like rubbing the carpet. I was gone. But it was a tequila that I've never heard of before, and it was the last one on the shelf. So I said, I'm going to buy this, because it was just looking all crazy. And it looked like it was in a flask, but it was like this big of a bottle. It was huge.
I saw the picture.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh, and let me tell you, even though it was good, y'all, it has to come with instructions. We tried to YouTube it. We literally tried to. We could not open the bottle.
Really?
Oh, it had. We thought we was already drunk and we didn't even take a drop yet. We could not open the bottle. I was like, what the? I almost drove back to the liquor store to take it back to the liquor store.
Couldn't open the bottle?
Nope. I banged it on the table. I banged it on my friend. I was getting mad. I started beating him. I said, can you open this damn? He couldn't open it either. We YouTubed it. That's how sad it was. I was about to bite through that motherfucking and bust the bottle open to my teeth.
Wow.
I wanted it that bad, and the more I couldn't open it, the more I wanted it. You know, temptation kills you, and the devil was calling my name.
I think I know the type of class with.
It was very weird.
Like
it was very weird.
The bottle a certain way.
Yeah, yeah. It was very weird. So we ended up getting open after like literally 20 minutes, and at that point, I was like, I don't even want this shit no more. I was being so stubborn and dumb. But nice to know, because I'll be doing it next time. Because we had to like drink it on the way back to the airport to finish it, because I didn't think I could put it in my bag. So I'm like, oh, this just drink, getting drunk before we even make it to the airport. We will be doing that. But I want to ask you some more questions really quick, because we have a clip to show everybody, by the way. We have a clip to show everybody. But before we show the clip, as far as acting is concerned, because we haven't talked too much about acting yet, what has been your favorite role in any of the opportunities that you've been provided when it comes to acting?
My favorite role. Oh, that's so hard.
I know. Well, you've had a few from what I've seen and heard.
Can I have two?
You can have two? Okay. Oh, we can always have two.
I have two favorites. One is a film that I did called Who Can You Trust? 2, Diamond's Revenge. Shout out to James Perry, the director, the writer, Mikey Focus, LaShawn Powell. Hey, girl.
She's calling you out.
Katora. It's so many of y'all.
Was that a local production or was that out of state?
It was both.
Okay.
We filmed in Baltimore as well as Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Oh, nice.
We were there for 4 days.
Oh, wow.
And it was hot.
I bet.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that role because I got to play a psycho who...
Oh, I can see it.
She doesn't...
I can see you playing a psycho.
Yeah, she was crazy.
That might be more of a turn on, though. It is. For me, I don't like psychos, but when it comes to different people, I like people that got that crazy, like, little antics about, when, like, people are mischievous or, like, there's something different about them. Right. For me, that's a turn on. If you got something different that sets you apart, I love it. If you're crazy, I'm crazy too. Let's be crazy. We can stab each other all night. Just don't hit any vital organs. Stab me in the leg, the arm. Don't get near my heart, girl. Don't get near my heart.
I don't want that. I've had my share of crazy, and I don't want that.
You don't want that? That was just a role. So what was the second one then? What was the other one?
I would have to say Gia and Better More. And I enjoyed that a lot because I got to challenge myself. Yeah. Oh. She has an accent.
Does she ever?
I clearly don't have that accent.
You don't.
Life. So,
well, while we're on the subject, let's take a look at this clip of Miss Simmons and Better More.
All right.
Well done, gentlemen. Yes, sonido bueno. Just love a man that can sing and dance, Just keeps a girl like me on her toes. Hi, honey.
Mommy. He's going to be here early, Bella. I thought she was handling promotional business for the club tonight.
Well, I got finished business early, but Persia came in early to open up for me, so I'm here. How long you been here?
Since 10.
10? Oh, my God.
You sure are a busy woman, ain't you, Gia?
Something I clearly see you are.
What you mean?
Side piece, FaceTime me.
I'm cock blocking all the time.
This is problem.
Hey,
You think or you know?
yeah, hey, hello. Hurry up, yo, we gotta go. Because the Taylor's gonna be at the studio at 12 o'clock and, I gotta look good coming from first in America. Some of us gotta look good.
Hey, listen. Make sure you pick up the trash before you go looking for something good, yeah? You know what they say. Where there's a pile of shit, flies will start to linger.
And he had flies all over him. He was mad about. He was salty about that one. Yeah. Ooh, it started to stink in that room.
Oh yes.
So y'all heard it. I heard it. The accent. I was like, that's what I told you the other day. I was like, no, wait a minute. I know I talked to her before in real life, and she didn't sound like that. I did not expect that because when you were filming, I wasn't actually filming the scene with you, so I didn't hear your lines. Yeah. I just saw you out there, and I'm like, oh, this is what was coming out of her mouth. So, what did you like the most about that, like, diverse role? Or what do you like about your character? Let's say.
I love the fact that it really did open up a diverse window because I don't have to just play a black woman. Like I could play a Hispanic woman. I could, play whatever it is that I want to play. You know. So that was a lot of fun, and it opened up my eyes a little bit. So I don't. One thing about me is I do not want to be put in a box. Oh, and
perfect place to talk about it.
Right. I want to
perfect place because we are all out the box here.
Out of the box.
Right. We don't want to be closed in because then there's no opportunities to grow. Exactly. You have to have opportunities to grow.
Don't want to be typecast.
See, but I like the role you played. I think you did a great job. The series itself is out there. So y'all haven't seen it. Y'all need to go watch it. It's on YouTube. Just search for Better More. It's all together. BETTER MORE. Yep. I was thinking MOORE, like the last name More. Yeah, Better More. Search it up on YouTube. Look it up because it's actually really good. It was a pilot episode, and I had a great time filming it. I think that overall, like the director and producer, who is like Angela Moore and Noelle, both of them did an amazing job.
They did.
With casting, with filming in general, with producing. They're very down-to-earth people. Yes. They make you feel comfortable. They don't make you feel overwhelmed. And the best thing about the production itself is they allow you to improv, which I love.
Yes, I love that.
We was just talking about that. You have to be able to improv. Yes. If I always have to, I study my script, but I always go off script no matter what I do a little bit because that's when I can be genuine and be myself. Exactly. And it helps add into I think it helps build into the character.
It definitely does. It makes it believable.
It makes it believable,
and that's what I will say about your role it's very believable. And my mother is she's very critical. If somebody is bad,
she'll let them know.
Say, I don't like that.
Oh, I like that though. She's honest.
She is.
She's honest.
And with you, she just felt it was very believable.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Well, I said thank you.
It's
yeah.
very believable. Like you could not tell that you two weren't engaged.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'm always the worst critic of myself.
Me too.
So I watch it and I'm like, oh, I do not like what I just did. And I kept doing that. I said, stop doing it. Because I just automatically think about like what I could have done better. Yeah. And there's so many opportunities. Once you're done, you're done. Like there's no going back. But I think that's a good opportunity to learn how to grow.
Exactly.
I really enjoyed it. It kind of pulled me outside of my normal comfort zone. I like doing shows that are more emotion driven or emotionally built, if you will. Like a horror movie or being like a thriller. I love that.
Right.
Being depressed or sad. Like I love that kind of stuff. And then comedy is my biggest thing. But comedy I do in a normal. So that's like not even a role for me. I want something that's going to challenge me.
And that is what would challenge me, comedy.
Yeah, really?
Yes.
You think so? I think I can see you doing comedy pretty well. Like naturally.
Really?
Yeah. I would ask you to crack a joke, but I don't know if you can think of one on the spot. Knock knock. Gotta start from the bottom, boo. Start from the bottom. All right, we're going to get into a fun game. Before we do, those of you who are watching, we are going to be taking your calls because we have 2 topics today I want to talk about for Hot Topics that have been in the entertainment news, if you will, for the past couple of weeks, and I just really got to get into it because it's some stuff that's been weighing on my mind. I got some words for that. But before we do, Miss Simmons, I want to play a game with you.
Oh my gosh.
We like to call it out-the-box interrogation.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
Don't be scared. It's okay. We like to get moist in here. You can sweat a little bit. Just make sure, you keep yourself dry, pat dry now, because I'm about to get into it. All right. Okay. I have a series of questions.
Okay.
And how it works is I'm going to ask you all these questions. You answer them as honestly but as quickly as you can at the same time because you only have 1 minute, and we do have a timer on the clock. You have 1 minute to answer all 9 questions. If you want to skip, just say skip. That's fine, and we can always come back to it. But I want to see what you. I like doing this because it brings out a lot of people's personalities because they're trying to get through them, but they're trying to be honest at the same time.
Okay.
So sometimes the truth slips out when you don't even want it to. So I'm about to find out some real stuff about you. All right. So are you ready to play out the box interrogation?
Yes.
All right. Hold on tight, girl. We're about to start. We're going to start the timer after I read my first question, which means you got a few seconds opportunity there. Whew. First question. If you could be on any TV show, what would it be?
Empire.
Ooh, nice. What's one fun secret nobody knows about you?
Skip.
Okay. Name 3 things a man must have in order for you to be interested in him.
They must have respect. They must have respect. And they must have respect.
Yes, all 3 with capital letters. If you were granted one wish, what would it be?
To win the Oscar.
Nice. If you won $100,000, what is the first thing you would do or buy?
Tithe.
Name 1 thing you were turned off by.
1? Bad. No, disrespect.
Okay, good. If you were arrested, what would it be for?
Oh my God, fighting.
Oh no, Bad Girls Club. All right, name the best place you've ever had sex. My favorite.
Federal Hill.
Oh, on the Hill. If you were elected president for 1 day, what would you do or change? 6 seconds. Last question.
Free college tuition.
Woo! All right, good job. Good job. You got it.
Yes.
Good, you got it. We only skipped like 1 or 2. That's fine though. But you did good. You did good. Wait, so let's go back to my favorite question. Sex on Federal Hill.
Yes.
Oh, what do you mean by sex on Federal Hill?
Outside.
I need to know.
Outside.
Take some notes.
On the. Oh my gosh! I hope my mama's not.
Oh, mama. Take a break, mama.
Yes, please take a break. Something.
We'll be right back.
Unfortunately, on the little, the little playground area set, it wasn't on the like the set. It was.
These poor kids. They thought they were slipping on the water outside. Oh, these poor kids. Oh, these poor kids, y'all. Oh, no, it was not marshmallow cream on the little playground. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, my gosh, poor babies. Yeah, literally. It's okay, though. It was fine. Well, good. I mean, everyone's had sex in wild places before. So we're not going to talk about me. We're going to move right on. But let's get into our hot topics. Okay, I'm kind of excited for these. One of them I'm really excited for. Let me get into the one I'm least excited about first to get that out the way. Okay. This bitch, Britney Spears. So let's talk about Britney Spears. I'm not a huge fan of Britney Spears. You know, back in the day when it was like, hit me one more time, whatever she was saying, she liked to be smacked. I don't know. Anyway, whatever she was saying back then, I didn't mind her back then. But then when she started doing this extra stuff and then she went to Vegas, I just completely dropped off. So I'm not a Britney fan, but she's been doing this for 4 years. 4 years she's been I don't know if it's a showgirl or just a performer, but she's been doing her thing in Vegas, making bread out there. She just disclosed that she will be leaving Vegas. She's no longer going to be doing shows. Her last show is going to be on New Year's Eve. So she has some time. Right. But after that, like, what is she going to do? Because she's been doing this for 4 years. It's like in her blood. Every day or every weekend for 4 years. Like, that's some crazy stuff.
That is crazy. And that's probably the only place that she's going to get people to come and see her. They're obviously drunk because
it's in Vegas.
Be sober.
She made a good choice though, but she was in Vegas.
You cannot be sober to sit through a whole Britney Spears show.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's entertaining to watch, but you're right. With some few drinks, it'll be like the whole circus is going on.
Exactly.
And I wouldn't mind watching if I was drunk, but I have to have at least a minimum of one whole bottle of Patron before I walk in it, because she's not gonna have me tripping.
I agree.
She's only 35 years old.
Really?
She's only 35 years old. So she's kind of like. In my mind, this is her version of retiring, if you will. It's kind of early, but she's only 35.
I've had read that she wants to have a baby.
Oh, well, no.
I did read that a source close to her says that she wants to have a baby, and she wants to take time out to have a baby, not with her 20. Her boyfriend's like what,
20 something? Yeah.
Not with him. She doesn't.
Oh wait, she wants to have a baby with another man.
She wants to have a baby, but not with him because she's not sure if she wants to settle down with.
Then, sir, you need to get out that relationship because she's pretty much opening the door for you to leave. Like, I want a baby, but not with you.
Right.
How would that make you feel? I would be like, wait a minute. That's why I'm adopting, bitch. I ain't trying to have a baby with your ass anyway. Nasty ass, sweating ass bitch. Anyway. She made me mad, but no, she is leaving. 35 years old. She's still young. She has a lot of stuff out though. You know, she's branded like crazy. She's done acting before here and there. Was it good? She has clothing out. She has perfume. She has, I think, almost everything she has accessory wise that you can think of. So she might be good for a while doing what she's doing on that end of it. But I don't think she should be going back into the music studio or making music, I should say. I think she's done with it.
I don't agree. There's one Britney Spears song that I do love. It's called Blur.
I don't think I've heard Blur before. Yeah. Is it an older or new one?
It's an older song.
Okay.
But it's dope.
Is good?
The only song I like.
The only one. So what if she performed Blur in Vegas? Would you go see her then?
If she performed Blur in Vegas, no.
So wait, now it's off the table.
Yeah, no. I'll pull it up on iTunes.
It might not be as good live. It may not be. I never heard it, but I would assume a Vegas show. It sounds like it's a slower. Is it a slower song, or is it kind of a fast?
Slower.
It sounds like it would be like more of a, like not intimate, but like a meaningful song.
No, it's not. It's about a dude that she had met and had a one night stand with, and woke up the next morning and everything was just a blur.
Oh, well, that makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking because she was like crying, her eyes are foggy and blurry because she's just dumb and she can't figure shit out.
No, she's like, who the fuck is this dude? Like, where's my clothes at?
Oh, look, we've all been there before. Usually your clothes are laying right next to the bottle that's empty. That's all I'm missing. You've never been there before. Oh, you just saying that because Mama's still watching. I can see your halo. It's a little bit lit on fire, but it's cool, baby. We got you. So I mean that's honestly the scoop on her. I don't know what she's going to do, y'all. I want to hear from y'all when we accept your calls, whether or not you think she should go back into the studio. Maybe she should dip her foot back into the acting pool. She's 35, so I feel like her voice won't start cracking. So there goes music for her. There it goes. She might be okay acting. She's used to Vegas now, so her stage presence is there. Her personality might be a little bit built up. But can she follow a script and can she give us what we want?
I think maybe she should open a daycare. Maybe not if she's still riding around with babies in her front seat. Oh, you think she would still do that with her new baby?
Probably. She probably still does that and walks around barefoot in gas stations and gets chlamydia. She's ridiculous and shaves her head. She literally is a bad example for children.
Yeah,
or she is a big-ass child herself. Either way.
Very true.
Because they walk around barefoot and they have bald heads.
I'll take that back.
I can't stand Britney. All right, so we're going to go to the next topic. I do want to hear y'all comments on it, though, but we're going to go to the next topic. On Facebook, though, I will mention we did a poll, and everyone said she needs to have a seat. That was one of the answers.
I agree.
Have a seat, ... and that's what they think she should have.
In the same auditorium she was performing.
Right, because she might be the only one sitting in there because nobody else is going to them shows. I think we have a caller on the line. Caller, what is your name?
My name is Candace.
Well, hello, Candace. How are you?
Hi, Candace.
I am well. Hi. I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought you meant mine. So I was like, oh, I got a little part in my hat. You can see my hair sticking up. Thank you. So are you calling in about the topic of the day?
Yes. I'm just curious to ask her, what makes her interested in acting?
I've always been extremely dramatic. And somebody was always telling me, you need to act. You need to do something. Just, and so I was always shy. But I love taking pictures. If you follow me on social media, I'm like the selfie queen. So I decided, I might as well just try to take pictures. It doesn't require me talking. That didn't work out. And so I decided, let me try acting. Because I've been hearing it, and when my first time ever acting, I did a commercial for Fox Sports in Pittsburgh, and I fell in love. Like, it's such an adrenaline rush. It's so much fun. Like, it's undescribable. It doesn't feel like work. It's just the only work you have to put in is learning those lines, and that can be a little challenging.
That can be difficult.
Yeah.
Trying to study your lines. That can be very difficult.
But other than that, it's just fun. It's so much fun. I love it. Yeah.
That's a good question, Candace.
I have one more question for her. I do apologize.
No, it's cool.
How does acting affect like your personal life, as far as like when you're dating or when you're in a serious relationship with someone? Like, do you keep that separate from your friends, or do your friends, are they understandable when it comes to you having a relationship, trying to keep it separate from, dealing with like your family and everything?
For me, it's easy. Like, it's easy. I've never had a issue at all with anybody saying anything like, I don't want you kissing that dude, or you out too long. I've never had that issue. Thank God, knock on wood, I don't ever want to have that issue, because then that's where I have to draw the line. We can't be friends anymore.
They should understand you're in that industry.
Together. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, Candace, to ask you the question, if you had a boyfriend and you were an actress, like, would you be comfortable kissing another dude on the camera? And what do you think your boyfriend would say about it? If he knew that you're an actress and you do this and you get paid and you bring in the bread home for both of y'all for them good old seafood dinners, but he don't like you kissing some of the dude's lips.
Well, obviously, like you said, if he knew that if he knows going in a relationship that I'm an actress, then he should be okay with that. Because then if that's the case, we wouldn't even have started dating. Because you're going to kiss guys for your job. That's what you do. It's not like you're doing it just for the heck of it. You're doing it, that's part of your career.
I do it every day.
So,
acting or not acting, yep. All over the face.
To each his own, I guess. To each his own.
All over the face. So before we have you go, Candace, do you want to mention anything about what you feel about Britney Spears? Because I'm about to go to the next topic, but we can take one more comment on her if you have something to say, because she's crazy. I don't like her no more.
I want to know.
I mean, do you think she should have a seat?
I mean, you know what? She's human. Nobody's perfect.
Okay, that's
Everybody
true.
has flaws. So it's kind of like, okay, she went through a crazy phase. Okay, who doesn't? You're supposed to think she's supposed to be a glamour queen the rest of her life. So the fact that she's getting herself together and maybe have an album coming out, I can't hate on the girl because I liked her song.
Right.
You know what I mean? With the steak and the baby and all that. I was singing the song, so I can't talk about somebody that I actually was singing their song once upon a time in the car. So,
yes, once upon a time.
She's going to have flaws. Nobody's perfect.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point.
It is a very good point.
Well, thank you, Candace, for calling in. We really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Have a good night. All right, I want to get into my favorite topic. Ooh, I love reality TV.
Me
too. I was going to ask you if you do, because I didn't know if you do.
I do.
I love it. And you say you like to fight because that's the one question I have for you. You be fighting, so I don't know about you. So part 1 came on last Sunday, everybody. Part 2 is coming on this coming Sunday, this coming weekend. The crazy thing about this that people may or may not know, depending on if you follow Real Housewives of Atlanta, is this is the first time ever in the Real Housewives history of franchise it's going to be a 4-part reunion. So they usually do 2 to 3. Yeah. And you know the first one's always like the less interesting one. They had a little bit of interesting stuff in here. So you know it's about to get real juicy as you go on. Yes. 4 parts. They filmed for over 13 hours in one moment. 13 hours, not moving, sitting down, no breaks, except to go to the bathroom and get your face touched up. 13 hours for this reunion. And you can tell because they walked off when they were getting upset. Yeah. That probably was like an hour or 2, I'm sure, to calm them down.
Right, especially in a room where, you know, listen, I could never be in a room with people I do not get along with, that I fought.
Right.
Want to fight? Oh my God.
Especially for that long.
Torture.
Especially for that long. And you have some guy that's like pushing your buttons and asking you these questions that are bringing you back to those moments. And you just want to pop the bitch next to you and then him at the same time.
Yes.
Like, just get me out of here, get my check, and get me out of here. Because these reunions give me a little bit more coins, so I do want to collect those. Yes. But then get me out of here. I gotta go. Call the Lamborghini. Pull up.
Because I don't want no charge.
Right. No charges. So I absolutely, again, love this show. There's a lot more coming up with it, but I wanted to mention something that's out there right now in the blogs. Yeah. Everyone, even Wendy Williams was talking about it, which you know is crazy then, right? Right. Everyone's wondering, like, about Phaedra. Phaedra supposedly was supposed to be getting fired from, yes, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because, for one, she's probably the least interesting character, I feel like, and that's what the Bravo network feels like as well. But then she doesn't really have a story anymore except for her beef with Kandi. Like, that's the only story she really has now, I feel like. Because the divorce thing is, who cares anymore? Whether you're lying about it or telling the truth, no one cares. So I feel like she doesn't really have a good, solid foundation.
Poor Phaedra.
Well, this is what we heard. The rumors have been broken. She's not going nowhere, first of all. Really? But instead, she's bringing somebody with her for next season. Ugh. Jesus. I don't know if this is about to be a full cast member or just someone that's with her in different episodes. Okay. I'm probably saying her name wrong. Omarosa?
Oh my fucking goodness.
Omarosa is going to be...
hell fuck.
And see, I don't know. I know she was on Celebrity Apprentice, and I know she was on The Apprentice, the regular one. She did a few reality shows. She is coming to join sides with Portia to be on the show. I mean, tell me what you know about her or her personality, if you know, because you might know more than me. But I heard it was like everyone was in shock. They're like, "What the hell? What's going on with her? What's wrong with Omarosa?"
Omarosa killed John Coffey. Do y'all know who that is?
No.
From the Green Mile, you know, she was dating the dude from the Green Mile, and then he just died mysteriously, and we don't know how or what happened, and he was in perfectly good health from what we know, and then he just is gone. And
he gone with the wind.
But
oh my gosh.
I digress. I was, but no, Omarosa is not she is extremely disrespectful. One thing about me, I cannot do disrespect. And anybody that knows me knows I don't deal well with disrespect. And Omarosa is extremely disrespectful. And she's like BFFs with Donald Trump.
I know. I was going to say, so she did The Apprentice and Celebrity Apprentice. Yeah. Do you know that she works in the White House?
She does work in the White House.
She works alongside of Donald Trump. Of course, go figure. He probably hired her because of the damn show she did with him.
And she's she's supposed to be in charge of like African American relations or something crazy like that.
Yeah. I was reading that as well.
I'm just like, why would you? She is so disconnected from us. Like, she's the last person. It's just, I have got to see.
Do you think that Phaedra is bringing her on for more publicity and support to show herself and give her another story to get into?
Definitely.
Okay.
I can't see them being friends.
Yeah, which is weird. I don't know. I know a little bit about her, but not too much. But I know a lot more about Phaedra. And I was just like, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna mix. She looked like she's good friends with her. She went to her wedding, which was a couple weeks ago. Omarosa just got married. Her husband is 61 years old. First of all,
and a Democrat and some type of a minister.
Oh, he's all the above.
All of that.
He must got some kind of money. Even though she's balling too. Apparently, she worked for the White House, but. He's 61 years. I feel like he only got a couple more years before he go bye-bye.
And if he's going to die soon. Like, if anything.
He's going to die soon.
Yeah, and if he's with Omarosa, like, That's just my opinion.
Yeah, if it's not about stress, then old age will kill him. One of the two.
Yeah, old age.
Old age. Mm-hmm. Well, they just some of the pictures are loaded up there of her wedding, and Phaedra was definitely there by her side. I don't know if she was one of her bridesmaids or not, but she'll be joining her side with Real Housewives. We'll see how that goes. I don't know either. Phaedra. Okay, let me tell you something. This is how I feel. My least favorite character on Real Housewives would have to be. I'm gonna give it a tie. I'm gonna say it somehow changes every few seasons.
It does.
And I think it's based on their storylines. It somehow changes slightly, but this has been the same for the past 2 to 3 seasons for sure. My least favorite top character, if you will, is Kenya.
I have to agree with you.
Ugh, she just makes me want to rip my own skin off. I cannot stand her. I do not like her at all. Kenya Moore, and she is so fake to me. Kenya, and then secondly would have to be Phaedra, because she's just not interesting to me and she's boring. I feel like she lies about her job. She probably is not a real lawyer. Wasn't she doing something with dead bodies too? And what's going on with that? Yeah. She not doing nothing with dead bodies no more?
A funeral home she opened.
Right. Well, you don't hear nothing about it though.
You don't.
I feel like she's just doing this for storyline. I don't know. That's my least favorite 2 characters. So what about you? Like, who is your number 1, or if you have a tie as well, who do you not like?
I would have to say my least favorite is Kenya. Phaedra, I'm a little partial to. I don't like that she can't keep it. She lies so much.
Yeah.
Like, you never know.
She does lie a lot.
And she's not 100%. She's just really fake sometimes.
Well, you saw her on the first part of the reunion when she was, or whatever, it's coming up soon, where she was like, well, I live 2 lives and I do it on TV also. So it's like she's admitting that she be acting sometimes.
Yeah, so that's that. Yeah. I don't like that about Phaedra. Other things I do like about Phaedra. I feel like she is hilarious. Her shade.
Oh, she does. Yeah, she's very shady. Yeah, on point.
On point. I love it. But I think I only have one, and it's Kendra. Kenya.
Oh, I was like, wait, is that one of the friends? I was trying to think for a minute.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Kenya. No. Okay. No, Kenya is, and that's actually the number 1. If I looked online as well, and I posted a poll on Facebook, and on both, she was the number 1 least favorite. But Bravo's going to keep her because she causes the most drama, and she knows she does. That's how she's getting her checks.
Oh my God.
She's getting her checks.
That's why I respect Portia, because I would have dragged her ass
across that stage. If you're gonna yell in my face with a whatever, I don't care what you're yelling at.
Exactly.
Whether or not you have a prop or it's coming out your mouth like that, you're not gonna talk to me disrespectfully like that. I would drag her as well, but I would drag her on her face so it hurt more. I want to see blood because I don't stop until I see blood.
Who you talking?
And you better not be on your period because I don't count.
It damn sure.
I want to see blood coming from the neck up.
And every time I see her, it's going to be fight central. On camera.
Maybe you should apply for the show because they want some drama with her. Maybe you could be her, like, arch enemy. You should totally do it.
She's definitely going to call the police on me and have a restraining order.
Yes, she's quick with that. Either call the police or call security, like, so quick. I just wish
people like that. You start so much.
Yeah, and then you can't handle it.
To call the goddamn police and want to file charges on somebody.
But she know Portia crazy. That's why she not really trying to mess with her. She keeping her boundary. She keeping her lips sealed a little bit because she know what could happen.
That's true.
She knows exactly what can happen. You pop off at any minute. Don't mess with people who are bipolar because they are absolutely crazy. Our show is, believe it or not, our show is almost over. I love to say that all the time because see, it goes by so quick. We only got like 2 or 3 minutes left. I will add one thing about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I've actually worked before. Well, and we're talking about this off break. I've worked with Cynthia. Cynthia has a modeling studio in Atlanta, downtown. So one time I actually had a model out here who participated in one of her events, and we went out to Atlanta to meet, to do the show with her. But I also got invited back a few summers ago to do like a training program for a day or 2 with her and her students. So I feel like she is genuine. I don't like the way they actually a couple seasons ago when she was like starting stuff for people and pushing people's buttons. If you remember that wasn't really her trying. The team made her do that because she almost lost her job on Housewives. So she had to be that interrogation person, that instigator, and she didn't want to be that. So now she has a storyline with her husband and everything, her ex-husband, if you will, Peter Thomas. But I like Cynthia overall. She's like an idol for some people. Yeah, I love her personality. And then Kandi. I don't like Kandi at all. She actually gets on my nerves. I probably would smack the hell out of her too. I've actually worked with Kandi before So we had a producer that was like a mutual friend that's worked with her team, and then with a team that I have out in D.C., and then one based in California as well. So we actually have, this was years ago, like back when I was like 19 or 20 or 21 or something, worked together before. And she's changed so much from the way she used to be. She did not used to be the way she is now. And of course, TV makes you that way. But it goes to show you, and it goes to say, don't let fame change who you are. A lot of these ladies let that happen. And a lot of people in the acting world do that. If it comes to money and the production team wants you to do something their way, if it's bringing checks in, you're going to do it. If that's your job, if that's your only source of income.
Right.
So I feel like she has totally changed. And that's all it is.
But you can see it, though.
Yeah.
You can see it from the first, I don't remember what season she came in on.
Season 2, I believe.
Season 2.
Yeah. When she had a short dyke haircut. Yeah.
Yep, you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered this. From when she first started, her body type was different.
It was different.
It was completely different. Okay.
Her body type was different. Absolutely.
I just didn't, because I thought I was crazy.
I catch all the tea. Make sure y'all are tuning in to Housewives of Atlanta. Look online, Google it. The reunion part 2 is coming on this Sunday. I will totally be on my couch, synced in between my cushions, waiting for it. This is all we have today for Out the Box Radio. We will be back, I believe, next week. We will be back on Wednesday, 6 to 7 p.m. in the studio here for our next show. We appreciate you all for tuning in. We had a great time.
I had so much
How do you
fun.
feel? You feel good?
Yes, and it goes by so fast.
It's real litty titties.
Don't y'all wish that this show was like 2 hours long?
Yeah, let's talk to the studio manager. Hey, we about to go out, but thank you again for tuning in. Catch us next week, 6 to 7 on RippedRadioNetwork.com. We are out.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Latanka. We about to watch another video for an unwelcome visitor. Now I don't know who this is coming at the door, but let's see. Let's click play. Now we got somebody knocking at the door at the internet cafe. You gonna open the door and what's this? What? Y'all see that? Hit the pause button. Can we see that again? What was that outside? That looked like a rope flying. Oh, Jesus, that done got a demon snake that went into the internet cafe. Oh, it done wrapped around his leg. Oh, I done thought the snake done got me. Where'd the snake go? The snake gone live into the computers. What in the hell? Oh, my God. No. Lord, I rebuke the snakes. Nah, fool. Everybody up on the chair, girl. I'll be up out on the plane. Get me on the first flight out of this country. I don't care if you're United Airlines. Just get me out, girl. See, y'all, this is why I don't be living in these tropical countries. The snakes be wilding out, girl. I can't do it. The snakes is coming for you like a thirsty ex. Wrapping around your leg, trying to choke out your life. Ain't got time. This one too much for my heart palpitations. I can't do it. Cletus, come see this. The snakes is trying to take over the internet. Hey y'all, it's the girl Latanka. We about to watch another video. This one's Lizard on the Wall. Alright, let's watch this. Now there's a lizard on the wall there living in these tropical lands. You don't just got spiders to worry about. You got the lizards, the baby Godzillas. Be climbing in your house and on your walls. Oh, she done missed it. Girl, my heart palpitations are kicking in. They're kicking in, girl. I feel it. Alright, round 2.
Fight!
Girl, who done taught this girl how to throw stuff? She need to be throwing that TV right there. Alright, round 3.
Fight!
She gonna whip it. Girl, she done missed it again. What is going on? Here we go, round 4.
Fight!
Oh, she done got it. See, now she done hurt the poor lizard, and now the poor lizard is turned into a pancake. Oh my God, it's on her head.
Finish her!